Hi guys and gals, Amy here, and I have a couple of simple stamped cards to share with you today. I'm going to be using two beautiful stamp sets from Concord and Ninth. This is the Buds and Blossoms stamp set, and then I also have the Painted Shapes stamp set. Now these are huge, distressed looking kind of organic shapes, and when you stamp them it looks like they're painted, and they are amazing. And I have the Concord and Ninth ink cubes. Those are the 1 inch by 1 inch, and I have a couple of already made card bases of 110-pound cardstock from Nina. And you can see the size here. These are A2 size, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and look at how big these stamps are. They're ginormous. But I've wanted this stamp set for so long, and I'm so pleased that I finally have it. I'm getting some colors out. I have grapefruit, sorbet, and poppy. Now you'll see the grapefruit and the sorbet, they look different at first, but they kind of blend together, and there's not that much of a color differentiation. But I am softening the edge as I transition to another color just by using my cleaning rag on it, just to kind of dab it off a little bit so it's not any harsh lines as it moves from one color to the next. And I have my press tool from Tailored Expressions. I'm just using that to apply even coverage over the stamp, or the lid of the Misty rather, and that just gives me this beautiful effortless watercolor look. I'm so glad I have these stamps. They're so beautiful, and look how perfectly they work with this other stamp set. Isn't that crazy? I don't know if Concord and Ninth does this on purpose or if it's just serendipitous, but they are beautiful together. It just fits perfectly in that space. So I'm just going to use some black pigment ink here just to stamp the sentiment and the little sub-sentiment, just so it really pops off that watercolor looking heart. And I do stamp it, I believe, a couple times just to make sure it's nice and dark. Yep, and the beauty of the Misty, it'll hold it right in the same place. You just make sure it's nestled up in that corner, and then you can stamp it as many times as you need to. And here I have some, they're kind of white iridescent coated sequins. I have a smaller size and a bigger size, and I'm just working in odd numbers because, you know, that's what I prefer. And I lay one big one and a little one and then another little one on the bottom right. And then I decide to get my corner chomper out just to add a little bit of additional interest. You can do all 4 corners, just one. In this case I did 2. And now I wanted to make another card, so I'm getting the same stamp out in another card base, and this one I'm going to do the Hello Friend. So this one I'm picking some cooler tones. Let's see, don't remember what I picked. Oh yeah, Oceanside, and what's the other one here? Oceanside and Aqua Sky. I had to lean in real close to the screen to read it. I did just get my eyes checked. I don't need glasses, but that's a really small print. So I'm just coming in with that lighter color, and again, I don't really mind that it's splotchy. It does dry back a little bit, but I feel like the splotchiness just adds to the faux watercolor look. And then I brought in that Oceanside on the tops of the heart as well as the bottom. Excuse me. And then I just kind of soften the edge again with the rag just like I did before. And on this one I decided I didn't want to use the black pigment ink. I wanted to use that Oceanside. I felt like it was light enough in the middle of the heart that I could just use the color, the darker color, and it would pop out. And then if I needed to darken it, I could always just, you know, restamp it a couple times. And because it's a dye ink, it's really soaking into that paper and just getting a little bit darker every time. So again, I'm doing the same thing, just 3 little sequins, kind of the same layout as the other one, except 2 on the bottom, 1 on the top, and this one. And that's pretty much going to finish it. I love these products for their simplicity. I love the graphic look of them, and it just looks so beautiful and watercolored. Here's the 2 cards together. So if you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Like I said, I will link all the products that I used in the video description box below. Just expand and scroll down. And yeah, that's about it. Let me know what you think. Do you have these stamps? What do you use them for? Do you kind of incorporate them with other objects? I feel like this would be really cute as like a backdrop with, you know, like a critter stamp or something cut out and popped up on top of it. Oh, the possibilities. It's endless. Anyway, thanks for joining me today. I'll catch you next time. Bye.